This conference will now be recorded.
Hi, very good morning and good evening, everyone. Welcome back. So last session, we were discussing about last session we were discussing about how do we set, have a code quality scan, right? So the same way, okay, so there is also something called as a linting, okay? So lint checks actually also will be done, and so we'll ensure that, what is linting first of all, okay? So linting in code is basically a style, okay? So linting, like say one of the example I would say is um, one of the example I would say is like, let's say all my project, all my variables, I want to use capital characters only. That's a linting. Okay, one of the lint case I can check it out. Okay, all my project variables I should use in the code is only capital characters or only small characters or camel cases. Okay, so I should be having some standard across the project, and those standards will be maintained by lint checks. Okay, these parts also will be done by the developers because multiple people are while working. So to achieve the standardization, so people try to achieve this. Okay, in fact, actually sometimes it not even comes to the pipelines. Okay, it not even comes to the pipeline. So basically in the git side, what you can do is you can go with the git so git commit hooks basically. Okay, so whenever they are actually trying to so commit the code itself, so they can put some automation pre-commit hooks. Okay, so pre-commit hooks basically check so commit message for spelling errors. Okay, so something like that. Okay, so whatever you want to do that. Okay, so you can apply some lint scripts out there, and that can go ahead and so check the linting statuses. Okay, so so most of the devs even does that, but still some cases if they didn't follow the standards, if still the code is being pushed. Okay, so somehow the code actually came to the repo. So from the pipelines also we need to run one more time, and from pipeline also okay, one more time, and then pipeline also one more time will run, and we'll just ensure that everything is fine. Okay, so yeah, what is the linting basically? As I mentioned, so the lint is basically you can identify some kind of styling, okay, majorly, and also some, yeah, so same like static code analysis, it also does some analysis, and even it can tell you, but that depends upon that. Yeah, so whatever it is, so this is how the linting, and the code side also you can do the linting part. Okay, so I'll just show you the front end related things, and any code also you can do that. Okay, so I will just go and take the Jenkins CI for front end. Mm. And RoboShop, and let's go with the front end Jenkins file. So here you're doing this, and you can say that it is actually link. So okay, so steps. Okay, so you need a linter, right? So front end is a Node.js, basically Node related code. It might be Angular or React.js, AngularJS, I think. So you still use npm commands there. So Node.js link check. Okay, so yeah, how do you do the Node.js link check? So there is a default plugins also which are available. We'll just, plugins in the sense, yeah, so the default extensions available from here, from these guys, we'll just use that. You can go for JSLint and you get the JSLint bin, so you can check the file. But how do you do the how do you install the JSLint? So probably I'll just go to the Jenkins box once. First of all, I'll install it manually on the Jenkins box. Here it is. Okay, this is a serious issue. You remember actually what we're trying to do is we are actually trying to port I mean, to avoid that issue, what is that issue we were doing? The Azure CLI issue, we're actually trying to move the Python to Python 3. If I'm moving to Python 3, my yum command is not working. Okay, so it's bad. Install Python. No. So yum is dependent on Python, and that's where we're getting this issue. Okay, cool. And the next thing is so npm install this one. So where it installed this one is this one. Okay, and you got a JSLint. So JSLint is a command which you got it. Okay. So now what I want to do is JSLint start.js, and if you want to do the linting for all the files, what is the example they are giving is the one. Okay. Just this much. That's it. Nothing more than that. Let's go to the Jenkins system UI and pick up the job. So front end CI you have, just take this, build now. So there is a failure. So JSLint is analyzing and it is telling there is a problems. Okay, these are the problems, these are the problems, these are the problems. So who understand these problems? Basically, the devs will understand this problem. Okay, the same way like code analysis, we're actually trying to do this also. Okay, so at least we can try to fix something. Can I fix something? Okay, yeah. So what it is telling is in line number 38 of this file. Okay, so let me go to static js autocomplete.js file. Okay, in line number 11, line number 11. Okay, so they're expecting a return in the flower braces. So I put this. Okay, I kept it inside the flower braces, so at least one error will go away. Okay, so publish static, this one. So here it was 7. Now my rerun at least should reduce 1. So still it is a failure, and the reason for that, at least now you see this, still the 7 are there. So expected. Okay. So just saw return and saw return, return expected, and instead of okay, or forget about that. So you take this use strict is something which is there. So let me use that. Okay. So in the modules, at least the use strict is actually commented. I will just uncomment that and I will push this code. Previously, I'm not sure did I push the code. Using strict, at least one error I can't fix. Line number 13. It's really not needed, but I'm just thinking at least can't I fix one error? What I'm thinking. So missing use statement, statement. Even if I enabled it, it's not working. Or basically on the global level, you need to use it or something? It's really not taking. Is there is an error? Not sure. So let's try the small services. So this is a big file. I don't know what's happening here. AngularJS side. So let's try the Node.js related things. Okay. So let me go to. Let's take some. Let's take some file, and you can go to DevOps B53 repos, and you can go for RS catalog, like let's say. So clone this one. CDRS catalog ls, so np js lint */* js file. Okay, so there is two things it is coming, so which is expecting unexpected constant. There's very less actually here. Unexpected constant. Okay, so probably let me go with the server.js and so constant, right? So at the MongoDB line, it is telling that it is unexpected. Okay, so I just give this save and quit, and now again, once again, this. Now that error went away, so now you're getting something else. Okay, so like this, so it's a devs code. Basically, the devs will understand, okay, what to use, what not to use, the syntaxes, and based on that, so they need we need to ensure that so there is no lint issues in the thing, and we'll proceed. It's not a serious thing, but it's a standardization of the code when you write the code. So it has to be a standard, like even other people come into picture also. They should be easily able to understand one's code. Okay, so that's the only thing which you have in the linting part, basically. Okay, so once you do the linting and if everything is okay, then we'll proceed. Okay, so that means here coming to this one Jenkins file. Yeah, so here is a Jenkins file. I am okay if this is a failure, so I probably give pipe true. So double pipe true is actually when this command is a failure. Okay, I just want to proceed. Okay, I want to stop. I don't want to really stop actually. Okay, that's where I'm giving pipe true. But in real company scenario, you might not do that. Okay, so that's where I can just go to the Jenkins job. I just want to mark it as successful, so just click on build now. So still it is something failing. Okay, so that means something wrong is happening here. So it's not pulling the latest code, first thing. And let me go with the replay. It should show me the Jenkins file which I have pushed. Actually it is getting pushed, okay, which is fine. And why actually then still it is saying it is a failure. It's a failure. I'm proceeding. Okay, it is going to the later sessions and later actually it is failing. Okay, some reason. So publish artifacts is skipped because of mkdir publish is already there. Yeah, makes sense. That's okay. So in that case, I just give mkdir-p. Okay, so that's it. Just go there and build now. So it's happening, and it just moved, and Azure artifacts actually is failing. Okay, so yeah, whatever it is. Okay, so you know the process anyhow. So we're not using this. We'll just use Azure DevOps thing. But yeah, so CI pipelines will just go this way. So every tool has its own way. Okay, so most of the components are Node.js, and you can use JSLint. Or if you're using Python, PyLint is there. So PyLint is there. That also tells the same thing. Okay, PyLint code analysis. You just do the same thing, PyLint, and you just give the code star.py files. It just tells you, so what is wrong there. That's it. Okay, and the same way, so Maven lint actually. If you just go for Maven style check plugin, so it's also still the same thing. So Maven, you're using package, and now additionally you're going to use something called as Maven MVN. Where is this? Yeah, here it is. So check style you give, So it's actually going to check the code, and let me show you that. Okay, basically just go here, shipping, right? Shipping. Just take the clone. Okay, so MVN, like let's say package, just gonna make the package. Okay, let it do the packaging. The next thing what I'm going to do is, I think here, so textile is a reporting goal that performs textile and generates the report on violations. No, I don't want reports. Is a goal that performs textile analysis and outputs violations on the count of violations on the console. Okay, so potentially failing the build. Yes, this is what I'm looking for. So textile check is the something which I can use it here. So MVN textile check. It's actually going to show us what all the errors does it have. Yeah, now you see this. Once again you run. Now it is telling you, yeah, these are all the different errors which you have. Okay, so which actually the dev has to fix them. All right. Yeah, so basically if you understand, so this is the CI effort you're doing. Once after you do all the CI activities, you're going to release the artifact. Once you have the release the artifact, so it goes to the lower environment and deploys in the lower environment. From the lower environment, we'll ensure that the product is working fine, and then we go and release it to the next level environment, which is production. Okay, so that whole exercise will probably, I can take it up in the next session. So so in the next session, so what we'll try to do is we'll just try to so run the whole CI/CD end to end until production. We'll build up the production environment also, and we'll try to run it. Okay, so that's what we will plan to do. Okay, so yeah, I think, but we'll see only the front end service. We'll not go with any much services, all the services basically. I mean, one service you do the process, like every service also, it's the same process, right? So we'll make a change only to the front end service. That's it. And all the environment will be there, but we'll make only the changes to the one thing, because we can see some changes basically if it is a UI. Okay, that's the thing. So we'll just make some changes to the front end. If ensure that everything is working fine, so we'll release it to the production. So how do I ensure that everything is fine? What are the things we generally need to look in? Probably I'll give some insights on the next session majorly. Yeah, I think mostly it's a very short session for today. Yesterday we would have completed the lint if we didn't have that. I think day before yesterday we didn't have that issue which is related to the Python of Azure CLI. Yeah, that's okay. I think that's all from my side for today, at least. I'm planning to hold for this. Any questions? Okay, all right, no questions. We'll meet in next session. So mostly you got all the picture, but just one small step, so to understand how it is happening. Then so we'll just try to kind of calculate, like how much time it is taking. So with the container, so how much time actually it is taking. So we'll just do that simple calculation, and you'll understand the importance of the containers from there. Okay, so yeah, what is making your life really easy there. Okay, so that's all, and we can meet in tomorrow's session. Bye. Good day. Good night.